Guys, it's your boy Mase back with another video. So y'all know I was pimping out the Ranger, got it looking all good, and then I sold it. So the reality is I think I kind of have like an addiction to getting different vehicles, because I've already had 9 different vehicles, but I think this was a logical decision this time because one, the Ranger didn't get good fuel economy at all. So I was like, might as well have a bigger truck. And two, I'm wanting to eventually start like a hauling company that will offer all different kinds of services. But I ain't got the money for like a good dump truck right now. So I figured I'd just get a good... I was wanting a bigger truck, but I just settled with a 1/2 ton. But something I could board the sides up on, and that'd be kind of like my junk removal truck. Or, you know, I don't know what kind of calls I'll get whenever I start out, but I just want to have, you know, as much yardage in the bed as I can. So this is what I got. It's a 1993 Chevy 1500 with the 350 TBI. It's a good work truck. I've never had it before. Did some very hillbilly paint job. I made a little center console to just put extra tools and ratchet straps in and whatnot. And I still got to get the lid on there, but dash is, yeah, you can see that. You can go down the road, and when it shifts, or just really any bump or anything, it sits there and rattles real bad, but that'll be all right. We'll do something about that down the road. She's sitting at 213,000 miles. I'm hoping that it'll at least last us long enough to at least get our money back out of it, but to, you know, just get some business with it. So for now, I'm just going to board it up about 2 feet. It'll go a little bit above the cab. My plan for anchoring it down is I'm going to have it mounted, you know, down through here, but I wanted to get some extra support, kind of have it anchored in the bed. You know, it's got these holes. They go down about 6 inches, but you can see the top of it is really narrow. So I don't think that would do us any good if I was to cut the wood that small to fit in there. So I've been grinding them out to get them as wide as this pocket in here. That way I can have as much board as I can going down in there. So I'll have that, have some boards running in between, and have some L brackets to kind of hold everything in place. With that being grinded out, this was just a test cut, but I can fit a 2x2 in there. So I'm just going to cut 6 inches off and leave it 2x2. That way it'll have just at least that much. So all the 2x4s I got are treated, but the plywood isn't. Plywood is high. I didn't realize how high it is, but I got untreated plywood, and I'm just going to spray paint it and hope it lasts us a little while, because I'm broke and I can't be putting... It was $50 for these 2 pieces, so I'm trying to do it on as much of a budget as I can. So I still got to grind out these holes, so let's get to work. Alright, just got everything marked down the center. This little guy here is beat me to death, but yeah, I'm going to try to make as straight a line as I can across, and let's cut this board in half. Got the Lowe's spray paint. This was like $2.50 a can, and the next cheapest was almost $8, so I saved here. Is it any good? Probably not, but well, we'll be able to put it to the test. Really underestimated how much spray paint I need. I only got 2 cans, and this can barely got one side of the board, so yeah. Should have got at least 4 or 5 cans, especially for that price. All right, well, obviously that didn't go as planned, but we're gonna carry on. Vertical boards cut. I'm gonna go ahead and cut around 2 inches off, 6 inches up, and yeah, I might actually only cut it 5.5 inches just in case for some reason it doesn't go all the way down in there. I don't have a little gap. That way it's still sitting flush with the bed. But yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. And I'll cut the boards 2 foot 6 inches each for that. That way I have enough to go down in here and enough to support the plywood. So let's run it. Well, they got a little play in them, but those L brackets ought to tighten them all up. But yeah, that's about where we need to be. This one seems to be the most snug out of all of them. So for the sake of time, I don't need these to be exactly perfect. It's not gonna hurt anything if they're slightly off. So I'm gonna just use this one for a stencil to draw that board out and make the cuts. So I've been sitting out here bushcrafting with my pocket knife, making little wedges just to hold everything where I want it. That way I make the measurements. I know that ain't gonna last, but just so I can get accurate measurements where I want the boards to sit. And then I'm gonna run 2x4s all the way across through here, but I'm gonna have to go, I don't want to just like self-tap. I don't think that's gonna be strong enough, so I want to drill holes and get bolts and nuts to hold everything together. But I don't have them yet, so I'll have to go get some of them. But I'll go ahead and make the cuts for this. All right, moment of truth. Might have to shave a little bit off if this one ain't a big deal, but the ones on the ends need to be level. That way we ain't got a crooked gate on the back, or it ain't crooked on the front leaning anywhere near that windshield, or that rear windshield. So that one is really tight. All right, this thing's really starting to come together. We got all of our wood in place at the bottom. I still haven't went and got anything to hold these down, but I'm gonna go ahead and just run some screws in it. And I got these L brackets to put on there. So yep, we'll go ahead and get to doing that. Oh, I'll probably just I want as much surface area, like flat surface area on the bottom to, you know, mount this thing. So I'll probably leave this hanging out and then run the plywood up against this. I mean, obviously, so yeah, there's gonna be a little lip, but I think that'll be all right. It'll help when I'm putting the plywood on. So yeah, let's get to it. All right, I figured it's time for an update. The old drill put in some overtime. Had to drill out the bed with a drill bit. That way I could get these screws to go in there. I'm definitely still gonna put some bigger bolts in here just to make it more sturdy, but it's already pretty tight. But got these brackets in here. I had a brain fart at the store and didn't get enough brackets, so for now I just made some. Definitely not perfect or pretty at all, but it's getting the job done. And I went ahead and cut pieces to go across here, got them drilled in, and I'm gonna add runners that go all the way along the side. But I just wanted to go ahead and get the plywood on here. That way I just had something to lean up against while I was drilling them in there. But it's really coming along. It's not perfect at all. One, the truck's not perfectly level, and it's just not all even or anything like that, but it's sturdy, so it's coming along. I'm happy with the progress. So I got both pieces of plywood up, and I made some extra support for the headache rack, and I'm getting ready to cut some pieces to go along there, and I'll have it completely sealed in. I just need to finish that framework, and it's gonna need a door for the back part, and I need to add some anchor points for ratchet straps and whatnot. So yep. Okay, so I got that boarded up. I found some just older pieces of plywood right there, so I went ahead and took that to my advantage and used them, and I only had to cut a little square off of this piece of plywood to get that box filled in, and I'll have to use these two pieces of lumber to finish the top of the framing, and I probably won't have much left after that, so I'll probably have to go get a few more pieces to do the tailgate piece, but I'll be able to use this piece of plywood for sure. There's plenty left. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for today. Tomorrow I'll finish up with the framing and try to get a tailgate on here, and maybe, I'm not sure if I'll do it tomorrow or not, but try to get some anchor points, some D-rings. And so far this is all the scrap wood that I have left. So if you're trying to build something like this, there's not a whole lot going to waste. I'll probably make a whole nother video if any of y'all are interested on what I did, all the dimensions of everything, if you're trying to build something similar to this. So yeah. Alright guys, so I'm going to have to wrap the video up here because it's getting kind of long. I'm just going to make a part 2. So if you've enjoyed it so far, please like and subscribe, and part 2 should come out very shortly after this video is uploaded. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out.